What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. This is our weekly hobby update. If you're not familiar with the series, what we do is go over a couple of little news articles that have popped up here in the last couple of days. We go over PSA's numbers from last week and see kind of where they've been in terms of output, and see if they're continuing on with this great amount of volume that they've been putting out last couple of weeks. So if you would like to continue to be up to date on this stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that good jazz. But before we get into any articles, any numbers, here's a word from Hedge. If you're not familiar with Hedge, it's an online pricing analysis and collection management tool. You guys see me use it all the time on the channel. I use it to check the value and market trends of different cards that I have. You can check the value of raw cards or graded cards from all the top grading companies. They have all that information pulled there on the site. Online pricing analysis tool is constantly being updated with up-to-date pricing in real time. Hedge also has a massive catalog of cards that they have on the platform, and it's growing by the thousands every single day. My favorite thing of all is the comparator that they have, which allows you to compare different prices of the same exact card, but in different grading from different grading companies. So that's really handy whenever you're trying to decide where to send your cards off to get graded. They follow all the prices for all the top sports cards, as well as NFTs and Top Shots, if you're into that. And some more other things that they got currently in development. They're offering a 7-day trial to give you the opportunity to take it for a test drive. Click on the link below if you want to visit the website and get more details. All right, so let's get into a couple of articles from this week. So looking at 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle, which, I mean, as you guys know, it's like one of the most, if not the most iconic baseball card in history. Topps actually licensed and minted a one-of-one 52 Mantle NFT, and I do not have anywhere near the knowledge to explain what an NFT is, but it's basically a digital collectible. I could explain a little bit of it, but I don't know enough to even sound remotely knowledgeable on the situation. But the card itself fetched $470,000, which in reality was 175 Ethereum, or ETH, as people call it. Ethereum, which right now, actually, at the time that I'm recording this, it's closer to about $485,000 in US dollars. But so it's gone up a little bit since then. But Topps actually minted it, one-of-one digital collectible, sold for a final price of 175 Ethereum, about $470,000. The second highest sports NFT ever. Congrats to the winner. So what this means for like digital collectibles going forward, I mean, you know, this card was kind of what set the standard and the framework and the template for what baseball cards were going to look like going forward. And you know, again, just a very iconic card, obviously, within the hobby that has seen, you know, just a run up in value, even now in the midst of all this hype, right? But the question now is, you know, is Fleer going to do the same thing with the 86 Fleer? Is Topps going to do the same thing with, with maybe other iconic cards that they have within their set? I mean, you got to think about it. They just got bought by Fanatics, so you know they have that to you know, that group of folks kind of behind it now, and you know they're obviously going to try to capitalize as best they can on digital collectibles. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. But $470,000 for a digital collectible, I know it sounds crazy, but that's nothing. There's other digital collectibles out there that are selling for a whole lot more. So keeping in terms of value, this one's pretty funny. Well, not funny, but kind of funny. But yeah, just like, don't listen, guys. Don't do fraud. Let's do that. Let's not commit fraud. How about that? The U.S. government is in the Pokemon card business now. They seized a $57,000 Pokemon card after a Georgia man bought it using illegitimate loan money. So a Georgia man was arrested and 3 years in prison after illegally obtaining a coronavirus relief loan, and he used that money to buy a Pokemon card. I don't know what it says it was. Yep, it was a Charizard, obviously. But he ended up having to give it up, hand it over to the government. So now the government is in possession of a Charizard card. I wonder if they're ever going to auction this thing off. I bet you they will. Odusine? Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Vinath Odusime of Dublin, Georgia, pled guilty in October to a single count of wire fraud. Prosecutors said the legal filing that he had submitted false information to the United States Small Business Administration last year when applying for a COVID-19 relief loan for an entertainment service business that he claimed to own. They said he lied about how many people he employed as well as his business's annual revenues. Fraud, 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 fraud. I wonder how many other instances there are of this particular scenario out there. You know there's got to be tons of it because the government's been printing money like crazy, handing it out to these businesses, PPP loans and all that good stuff. And you know there's just some collections that have just been bolstered by some of this relief money that was supposed to go to people who really needed it. We'll see. We'll see what that ends up doing to the card market. I mean, it's a really big reason as to why we're seeing a lot of this, decline, because that free money is not getting printed anymore, and people just aren't buying discretionary things with discretionary income. Sports cards is a discretionary industry, right? You don't need it. It's a luxury. It's you buy it with extra money that you're supposed to have. I know not all of us do, but by the way, if you're having this internal debate in your head as to whether or not to pay your bills or to buy that Luka Doncic silver PSA 10, you really need to analyze what's important in your life. So just a little PSA, public service announcement from us over here at Retro Hoop Collectibles. Anyway, so and last but certainly not least, this week's numbers really made me mad. 174,000 is what they did this week, and it made me kind of angry. Those of you that attended the live stream this past Sunday, I apologize for the rant and for the foul language, but it just made me mad. It made me mad because I really thought that this was going to be a blip, but it doesn't seem to be a blip. They seem to have dipped right back down. And I'm it's one of those situations where it's like, what somebody's capable of. It's like if you have ever watched somebody like literally underachieve and you know how great they can be, it really makes you, like, if you really care about that person, it really makes you angry. So to see 200,000 on average for the last 5-6 weeks, and then all of a sudden 170, and we can blame that on them being a couple of conventions, grading on site and all this other stuff. And then for them just to go 170 back to back again, it really pissed me off because I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing other than trying to grade every card in your building as quick as possible? I just don't get it. And it really pissed me off. And I got really angry and I dropped a lot of F-bombs, and I apologize for that. But if you want to watch me lose my mind, what am I doing here? If you want to watch me lose my mind, you can go back and watch the live stream from this past Sunday. Why does this continue to go down? The baseball coin continues to go down, and the hockey coin went up. Maybe there's some stuff that was miscategorized there. I don't know. Pins went down one. Maybe they categorized the pin and it should have been a coin. I don't know. I really don't know. But man, coins, they did some pins last week. We were on a 0-0-0 run. I guess they're doing some shifting some stuff around. But again, basketball, the big dog, baseball, the very next one, TCG, the very next after that, then football, then soccer, if I'm not mistaken, is usually the next one. Yeah, 5,100. And then, then it's just kind of turtles all the way down from there. Not really much to talk about. Once again, when I saw this number initially, I was really hoping that they were going to kind of get back into the 180s, 190s, just as they make their way back to the 200 a month mark or a week mark. They just didn't. And it pisses me off because my cards haven't moved yet. They're still sitting in grading stage, and they've been there for over a year. And I'm starting to care again, and I'm losing my patience. So anyway, that's that. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, keep checking out the channel. Wednesdays for the updates. I got a bunch of stuff coming out, including an amazing interview that I just had with Peter from SGC. That'll be out soon. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I love y'all. Peace.